Hi, it's me, and welcome to Bear and Panda Explore London Royal Adventures. Today we are visiting all of the most important royal places in London. First, we're going to see the Queen's soldiers. Then we're going to take a ride on the London Eye. After that, we're going to explore one of the most famous castles in the world. And finally, we will have some delicious food fit for a king or queen. Let's go. First stop on our royal adventure is Buckingham Palace, the London home of Her Majesty the Queen. But we're not here just to be tourists. No. We've been invited to watch the world-famous Buckingham Palace Parade, also known as Trooping the Colour. It happens every year to celebrate the Queen's official birthday. The first thing we need to do is find somewhere to watch the parade. We'll get a great view from here along the parade route. The parade starts with the soldiers marching from their barracks to the palace. These are the soldiers of the Foot Guards, a type of soldier who has protected the monarch since 1660. They were part of the British Army, but they have a special job to do. They must always be ready to defend the royal palaces. That means they live in the palaces. This is their uniform. It might look like something you would wear to a fancy dress party, but there's a reason why they wear these big hats and white gloves. Back in the 18th century, when the guards were marching through the streets of London, they were very popular with the ladies. So the white gloves were introduced so the guards could clean their hands before shaking the Queen's hand. The bearskin hats were also introduced at this time, and everyone loved them. The soldiers march into position in front of Buckingham Palace. Then it's time for the main event, Trooping the Colour. Trooping comes from the old French word trope, which means to turn. And colour is the flag that each regiment of the Foot Guards carries. At the end of the parade, the colours are all brought together in front of the Queen. It's an incredible sight. We couldn't have asked for a better view. As the parade finishes, the Queen takes her place on the balcony with the Duke of Edinburgh, Princess Charlotte, Prince William, Prince Harry, and other members of the royal family. It's tradition that after the parade, the Queen inspects the troops and then joins them for lunch in the palace. Lucky them. Now we're off to take a ride on the London Eye. The London Eye was built to celebrate the new millennium. It took 4 years to build and was the world's first ever Ferris wheel. When it was first built, it was the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. Today, it's still one of the most famous landmarks in London. We're taking a little boat across the river to get closer to the London Eye. And this gives us a great view of Big Ben, one of the most famous clocks in the world. It's officially called the Great Bell of Westminster, but we'll call it Big Ben because that's what everyone else does. Big Ben chimes on the hour. But did you know that during World War II, Big Ben stopped chiming? This was so that the German bombers wouldn't use its sound to help them find important buildings. We arrive at the ticket office and buy our tickets. We then walk through this massive metal and glass structure called the Eye of the Wind. This leads to our capsule. There are 32 capsules in total, and each can hold up to 25 passengers. We take our seats, and our capsule begins to move. Slowly but surely, we rise above the city of London. This is such an amazing way to see London. We can see the Houses of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, and so many other iconic buildings. The London Eye takes 30 minutes to complete one full rotation. And it's the perfect way to spend 30 minutes in London. Next, we're going to visit the Tower of London. It's one of the oldest and most famous castles in the world, and was once home to the kings and queens of England. Some of the most famous prisoners were kept here, including two wives of Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. Both were executed after being accused of adultery. The last official prisoner was Rudolf Hess, Adolf Hitler's deputy, who was imprisoned here after trying to negotiate peace with the British during World War II. It's a beautiful day, and the castle looks stunning. As we enter the grounds, we meet our yeoman warder. He shows us around the castle and tells us all about its history. We get to see the famous Salt Tower, where prisoners were held, and the White Tower, which was built by William the Conqueror in 1066. We learned that a moat used to surround the castle, but it was filled in during the 1800s. Our guide also tells us about all of the treasure inside the castle walls. There are over 2,000 priceless items in the Tower of London, including the crown jewels. We get to see the crown jewels up close. There are lots of crowns, scepters, and swords, but our favorite is the Imperial State Crown. It's made out of gold and diamonds, and was made in 1937 for George VI. It's still used today by the Queen for the state opening of Parliament. Now we're done exploring the castle. It's time for some afternoon tea. We're going to the historic Ritz Hotel, which was opened in 1906. It was visited by royalty, including King Edward VII and his wife, Queen Alexandra. We enter the Palm Court and sit down at a table. In front of us is a beautiful three-tiered cake stand. On the top tier are the sweet treats, including finger sandwiches with smoked salmon and cream cheese. In the middle tier are the classic cucumber sandwiches, and on the bottom tier are the yummy scones with jam and cream. And of course, we can't forget the tea. After our delicious meal, we leave the Ritz and take a short walk to the Houses of Parliament. As we pass by, we can see inside and watch the debates. Then it's time to cross the river again. We take another boat ride on the River Thames. The Thames is the longest river in England and flows right through London. The river is very busy with boats, and we get a great view of many of London's famous landmarks, including the Houses of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, and the London Eye. On the other side of the river, we can see the Tower Bridge. It was built at the beginning of the 20th century and is one of London's most famous bridges. We see more than 2,000 buses and 10,000 cars every day pass by. This gives us the perfect view of the Shard, the tallest building in the United Kingdom. The Shard is a mixed-use building with offices, restaurants, and a hotel. We can even see inside the building and wave to the people inside. Finally, we arrive back at our starting point. We've had such an amazing day in London. We've seen the Queen's soldiers, taken a ride on the London Eye, explored the Tower of London, enjoyed some delicious afternoon tea, and taken a boat ride on the River Thames. If you want to learn more about London, click here. Or if you'd like to learn about a different royal family, click here. See you next time.